Hey everybody, it's been a long time since I've made a video. I've been trying to get around to making a video of my chicken coop that I built a couple months ago, maybe a few months ago now, and just haven't been able to find the time. So I'm finally getting around to it today. As you guys know, I'm here in Las Vegas, so I don't have a ton of space to build a big coop or let the chickens free roam all the time. We let them out every day for a few hours, but this is where they need to be housed. There's a lot of birds, cats, stuff like that. So they need to be protected. So the length of the chicken coop here and the run together is 12 feet, and it's 4 feet deep. So 12 feet this way and 4 foot deep. It's kind of short. I didn't want it sticking up over the fence, and just the way things worked out, this was the best way to do it. I think it's like 4 foot tall or something like that. So. And I built the whole thing so that you can take it apart if you ever wanted to move it. We'll probably never move it. But if you ever wanted to, I use screws on everything. So for instance, the roof comes off with just, I think, 4 or 8 screws. The roof will come off. And then the actual coop portion will come off of the base down there. So, and that's very minimal, maybe 10 screws that'll come off. And then for the run, you can see over there, there's a screw there and a screw there, and we got the same thing over on this side, one there and one over here. You can unscrew those. These 2 roof pieces will come off, and then on the ends of the run down there's a couple screws, so you can remove all those and very easily stack them on a trailer or something and move them on out. So I could have cut some corners on this thing and saved some money. Obviously, by not using hardware cloth, that stuff's expensive. It's like $50 a roll. So, and I think we needed 2 rolls for this. So I think they come in it's $50 for 25 feet, I think it was, something like that. So, but it looks better, it's sturdier, and so we went with that. So let me show you. We have a lock on here for when we're gone, when we're traveling. Ran a piece of 550 cord up and over, so if the kids get locked in there or anything, or we do, you can just pull it, pops it open. Alright, you can see we got a perch right there. Hey girl. We got the perch there. They don't use this outside one very often. They prefer the one inside. I built a little frame there and put hardware cloth on top of it. And the reason I did that is because we plant a bunch of different seed mixes in there, and then the grass will grow up through there, and the chickens pretty much just peck at it and keep it level or just below level of that hardware cloth. If you don't do that, then what they do is it ends up looking like this. This is some stuff we got out of the garden that the bugs, I guess, got already. So also I have the watering system set up so when the sprinklers come on, it fills it up. It does that a couple times a day to keep the water semi-cool for them. And then I have this thing here, which just overflows and keeps the ground wet. A lot of times they'll give themselves a dirt bath over there. Over here, on this side underneath of the coop, we have some food and another water. That water we only use when we go out of town, so it's just sitting there dry. And then if you look underneath of there, what I did is I ran a piece of PVC pipe with caps on both ends, and then I took these chicken nipples, you can see right there, threaded them into there, and the chickens can just peck at that. So that also fills up every single time. Hey, there's a mouse over there. That fills up every time the sprinklers come on also. So this is how they enter, up this little ramp here. I have a little hook here, and you can just slide this door up and down. So if I ever want to close them in there or close them out for one reason or another, and I'll show you how I did that once we get inside. In an effort to try to keep it a little cooler for them, because our summers are brutal. We have grapes that are growing. You can see them already starting to come over the run there. We got a couple flowers here, and then hopefully the citrus tree, I think it's a lime tree, what is it? Mandarin. Hopefully that thing gets big and someday provides some shade for them. So I run the mist system every single day right there. That comes on and cools them down a bit. We got a window here. They can open and close. And that just goes up. This here's the nesting box. This thing's designed so it lifts right out of there. If you ever wanted to move the house for some reason, the whole thing just lifts out of there. So I would have changed this a little bit. I didn't know how big to make anything, so I kind of used my best judgment, and I think I went a little bit small. This nest box is about a foot this way, 11 inches from the bottom up to the top, and only 10 inches side to side. Doesn't seem to bug them. They're laying their eggs in here, but when you open it up and you see them in there, they're barely just stuffed in there. So I'd probably make that a little bit bigger. And then I have this little lock there, a little latch lock. So I wanted to make sure this was the right height so that the kids, they could love coming out here every morning, running out, grabbing the eggs. And even the youngest one, he can get in there and see if there's any eggs. So that's always fun. Inside of the house here, like I said, there's a perch. That's where they sleep every night. We've tried to get them to sleep outside thinking it'll be cooler, but I think they feel more secure inside the security of their house here. So we got pine shavings in there. Helps keep down the bugs and stuff like that. Like I told you guys, the roof there, you can see those angle braces up in the corner up there. So it's just 2 screws that are holding them on each side of that brace. So literally just takes, a minute to get all 4 of those braces off there, and you can pull that roof right off. There's nothing else securing it on there. So the roof is one of the few things that I used for when I framed it. I used nails. So this is that door that I showed you guys. It just slides up and down in that groove there. So that's it. I use these little cabinet. On the outside here, I use these little cabinet rolling locks. Works real good. I use that on the top and the bottom. So when it closes, it's a pretty secure closure. So, and then I still obviously have a lock on there for when we travel or whatever. We just leave it like that. So that's my chicken coop and the chicken run that I built for my backyard chickens. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.